Good evening and welcome back to Oklahoma's favorite academic game show, I Want Answers. I'm your host, Jeff Gaffin. We are here again to see 2 of 16 teams who have chosen to compete against each other for the chance to win scholarships and the I Want Answers Championship. Today's competitors are the winners and runner-up of last year's competition, the Booker T. Washington Hornets and the Union Redskins. Let's meet the players for the Booker T. Washington Hornets.
Aaron Hockett, 12th grade.
Noel Yannick, 12th grade.
Jack Sarton, 12th grade.
Muhammad Ali, 10th grade.
Thank you, Booker T. And their competitors, the Union Redskins.
Ian Belovich, 12th grade.
Haley Welch, 11th grade.
Tesh Mather, 11th grade.
Erhan Sarija, 10th grade.
Thanks so much, Union. To begin with, we start with the speed round. Remember, teams, these are individual answer questions worth 10 points each. No conferring. Are you ready to play? Are you ready to play? Do you want questions? Good, because I want answers. Here's your first speed question. Which president ended speculation about whether he would seek re-election with a terse statement, "I do not choose to run for president," in 1928? Yes, Booker T.
Wilson.
Incorrect. Union? You don't have to hit, but yes.
Calvin Coolidge.
That is correct. Ellis Island in New York City's harbor is under the political jurisdiction of one state, but actually lies in water belonging to another state. Name both states. Yes, Union.
New York and New Jersey.
Correct. What does an Italian mean when he says non capisco? Yes, Booker T.
I don't understand.
That is correct, or I don't know. What is the name of the mountain near Pasadena, California, on which the 200-inch Hale reflector telescope is situated? That would be Mount Palomar. Identify the author of this 20th century American novel, For Whom the Bell Tolls. Yes, Union.
Ernest Hemingway.
Correct. Math question. If 2 dice are rolled, what is the probability that their total will be greater than 7? Yes, Union.
8 out of 36.
Incorrect. Booker T? Yes.
5 out of 18.
That is incorrect. It's 5/12 or 15/36. Next speed question. It is said that he probably contributed more to the widespread interest in the trivial, odd, and unusual than any other person. He is the first member inducted into the National Trivia Hall of Fame. His fame rests on his Believe It or Not cartoons. Can you name him? Yes, Booker T.
Ripley.
Correct. Name any 4 of the 8 major Hawaiian islands. Yes, Union.
Hawaii, Oahu, Maui. Pass.
Okay, Booker T. Yes.
Hawaii, Maui, Kauai, Niihau.
That'll work. Okay. Next big question. The embattled rulers in Syria are being supported by the nation with the largest Shia population. Yes.
Iran.
That is correct. 2 pints make up a quart. How many quarts make up a peck? Yes, Union.
16.
That is incorrect. Booker T. Yes?
8.
That is correct. In the order of presidential succession, who is in line for the president after the vice president and the Speaker of the House? Yes, Booker T.
President Pro Tem.
Correct. Track and field competition includes many different events. In which event does the athlete, after spinning his body to gain leverage? Yes, Booker T.
Discus.
Correct. All right, next speed question. Tell me what's wrong with the following statements. Abraham Lincoln, nominated in 1860 as the Republican candidate for president, had as part of his platform the abolition of slavery. Yes, Union.
That wasn't a part of his platform?
Correct. Who is being blamed for the cyber attack that crashed computers at banks and media outlets in South Korea? Yes, Booker T.
China.
Incorrect. Union.
North Korea.
That is correct. Math question. A circle of radius 6 is inscribed in an equilateral triangle. Find the area of the triangle. Yes, Booker T.
16 root 3.
That is incorrect. Union. Yes.
18 root 3.
Incorrect. 108 radical 3 or square root 3. Next question. There are two methods used in the study of chemical compounds. One is called analysis. What's the other called? Yes, Union.
Synthesis.
That is correct. Name the American politician who faced Nikita Khrushchev in the famous kitchen debate of 1959. Yes, Union.
Eisenhower.
Incorrect. Booker T. Yes.
Truman.
Incorrect. Richard Nixon. Give me the occupation of this prominent handicapped person. Sarah Bernhardt, who continued her career after her leg was amputated. Yes, Booker T.
Swimmer.
Incorrect. Union.
Sprinter.
Incorrect. Actress. Members of the human rights group Grandmothers of the Plaza de Mayo recently asked their fellow countryman, Pope Francis, for help in finding still missing children. Yes, Union.
Argentina.
That is correct. Writer Nora Zeal Hurston was the first black graduate of which college that's also associated with Columbia? Yes, Booker T.
Barnard.
Correct. A frustum can be cut from what two geometric solids? Yes, Booker T.
Cone and sphere.
That is incorrect. Union?
Pyramid and cone.
Correct. What is the full name of the psychological measure known as MMPI for short? Yes, Union.
Minnesota Multiphasic Personality Inventory.
Very correct. Next question. A 19th century French engineer and diplomat made an unsuccessful attempt at the construction of the Panama Canal after having completed the Suez Canal. Name him. Yes, Union, you got in.
Eiffel.
Incorrect. Booker T, you do get a chance.
Duvalier.
Incorrect. It is Ferdinand de Lesseps. The so-called Gang of Eight in the Senate is working on a bill to reform what? Yes, Booker T.
Healthcare.
Incorrect. Yes, Union.
Immigration.
Correct. D.H. Lawrence was one of the most original and controversial English writers of the 20th century. One of his novels was the subject of a sensational censorship court case in 1960, 30 years after his death. What is its title? Yes, Booker T.
Lawrence v. Kansas.
Incorrect. Union? That would be Lady Chatterley's Lover. Next question. Upon his return from victory at the International Tchaikovsky Competition in 1958, he became the first musician in history to be given a ticker tape parade in New York City. He later became the first musician in history to sell 1 million classical LP records. Yes, Union.
Frank Sinatra.
Incorrect. With his recording of the Tchaikovsky First Piano Concerto. Can you name him, Booker T? Van Cliburn. Moving on. Explain both the meanings and the principal differences between the two literary terms metaphor and simile. Yes, Booker T.
Metaphor is a comparison of two things without using like or as, and a simile is a comparison of two unlike things using the words like or as.
Correct. A quadrillion is a billion millions in the United States and France. How many zeros are used to write 1 quadrillion? Yes, Union.
12.
Incorrect. Booker T. Yes?
15.
That is correct. Not sure how many zeros in a bazillion. Oh, and that does actually end our first speed round. And the score now stands at, we have Booker T with 100 points and Union Redskins with also 100 points. Good tight match so far. Now we had to enter into the advantage round. And to gain the advantage, the teams must be the first to correctly answer a speed question. Once the speed question is answered correctly, then that team will get 3 advantage questions worth 5 points each. While you may confer team members, answers must come from the team captain. Okay? Correct. Speed questions, any one of the teams may answer, but on the advantage, once you have the advantage, you may confer, but only answers from the team captain. Okay? Are we ready? All right, advantage time it is. Here's your first speed question for this. Give me the occupation of this prominent handicapped person. Miguel de Cervantes, who lost his left arm in the Battle of Lepanto. Yes, Booker T.
Writer.
Correct. That'll work. Author will work as well. You have the advantage, Booker T, and your category is figures of speech. I'm looking for precise definitions of these figures of speech from the field of mythology and ancient history. Ready? Number 1, crossing the Rubicon.
It has to do with Julius Caesar.
When Caesar crossed the Rubicon into Gaul.
Incorrect. Is to take an irrevocable or decisive step.
Okay.
Achilles' heel.
Someone's
Vulnerability.
fatal flaw or weakness.
That'll work. Vulnerable points, but that'll work. Greek gift.
A false gift.
Oh, a false gift, like the Trojan horse.
Incorrect. That would be something given with a treacherous purpose. Okay, back to speed question for a new advantage. Congress asked a NASA administrator what action we could take if a large asteroid were headed towards New York City. What was his one-word response? Yes, Union.
Nothing.
Incorrect. Booker T? Yes?
Run.
Incorrect. It is pray. Which makes more sense. Still looking for an advantage. The web and the rock, you can't go home again, of time and the river, look homeward angel. All these are title books by what novelist? That would be Thomas Wolfe. Still looking for an advantage? To the nearest whole number, tell me the rate of acceleration due to gravity in feet per second. Yes, Union.
32.
That is correct. You have the advantage. Union, your category is nickname. I'll give you the nickname. You give me the state. Nutmeg State.
Georgia.
Incorrect. Connecticut. Sunflower State.
Kansas.
That is correct. Bay State.
Oh, Massachusetts.
Correct. Okay, back to speed questions for a new advantage. Nathaniel Hawthorne obtained the title of one of his books from an ancient Greek scripture by Praxiteles. Give me the title. Yes, Union.
Scarlet Letter.
Incorrect. Booker T. That would be the Marble Faun. Still looking for advantage. A son of Priam, this Trojan prince was slain by Achilles at the siege of Troy. Name him. Yes, Booker T.
Hector?
That is correct. You have the advantage.
Good job.
Hornets, your category is World War II. These questions relate to famous British leaders of World War II. Number 1, who was Neville Chamberlain?
The Prime Minister of Britain at the time.
Correct. Who led the Allied troops in Egypt?
I believe Montgomery. Montgomery.
Correct.
British.
What man is associated with the phrase, this was their finest hour?
Churchill.
Correct.
Well done.
Back to a new advantage, new speed question. In demographics, what do the letters in the acronym WASP represent? Yes, Booker T.
White Anglo-Saxon Protestant.
Correct. You have the advantage. Your category is math. Number 1, what is the perimeter of a triangle with sides measuring 3 inches, 4 inches, and 5 inches?
12 inches.
Correct. What is the formula for the volume of a rectangular solid?
Area base times height.
Area base times height.
Incorrect. Length times width times height.
Length
It was
times-
volume. Number 3, what is the volume of a rectangular solid with edges measuring at 2 inches, 3 inches, and 5 inches?
30 cubic inches.
30 cubic inches.
Correct. Back to speed. Compute the number of degrees on the Fahrenheit thermometer between the freezing point and the boiling point of water. Yes, Union.
180
That is
degrees.
correct. You have the advantage. Your category, Redskins, are disasters. Number 1, the dubious distinction of having suffered the world's worst known earthquake, famine, flood, and landslide belongs to what country?
Indonesia.
Incorrect. It would be China. When the volcanic island of Krakatoa erupted in 1883, it created giant sea waves that caused the deaths of nearly 35,000 people. What's the name given to this type of undersea tidal wave?
Tsunami.
Correct. The city of London has been the victim of killer plagues, raging fires, and multiple bombing raids. But in 1952, a most unusual menace claimed the lives of more than 12,000 Londoners. What was it?
Smog.
That is correct. Fog and smog, but yes. All right, back to speed. Mary Chase wrote a play about a middle-aged bachelor who meets and befriends a 6-foot rabbit. What's the title of the play? Yes, Booker T.
Donnie Darko.
Incorrect. Union. Harvey. The big white rabbit. Back to speed for an advantage. What country is bounded by Germany, Belgium, and France? Yes, Booker T.
Luxembourg.
That is correct. You have advantage. Your category is, actually, these are questions dealing with the novel The Mutiny on the Bounty. Number 1, name the ruthless captain of the Bounty.
Hudson.
Incorrect. Captain Bligh.
No.
Who led the revolt against the seamen?
William.
Incorrect. Fletcher Christian.
Same thing.
Name the other 2 books in the Bounty trilogy.
Bounty 2, Electric Boogaloo, and pass.
Unfortunately not. Men Against the Sea and Pitcairn's Island. Oh, and that does end our advantage round. Score stands at this point with Booker T. Washington with 130 points and the Union Redskins with 120 points. Still a close match. We jump into the 3rd round where the team's ability to think on their feet will be tested. In this whirlwind round, the team with the lowest points get to pick first from 1 of 3 categories. They can pick a category for themselves, or they can pick the category for the opposing team. Should they pick the opposing team's category, their opponents will get to choose a category for them. Each team will have 60 seconds to answer as many of the 10 questions in the category as possible, with correct answers being worth 10 points each. Again, teams, you may confer, but all answers must come from the team captain. You may pass on a question at any time by simply saying pass. Union, you are trailing at the moment. Your categories are forts, law, and on your toes. Do you wish to choose for yourselves or Booker T?
We can't do that. On your toes. On your toes. We'll do on your toes.
For yourselves or
For
for them?
ourselves.
For yourselves. On your toes it is.
No idea what that is.
Identify the following dances. Number 1. The early 1960s craze introduced by Chubby Checker with a number 1 hit song.
The twist.
Correct. The Latin American dance with a basic pattern of step, 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 close.
Tango.
Correct. The 1920s fad that shares its name with a city in West Virginia.
The Charleston.
Correct. The ballroom dance introduced in 1913, which includes slow walking steps, quick running steps, and 2 steps.
Pass.
The 30s hop named after a well-known aviator.
The Lindy Hop.
Correct. The type of dance in which you might do-si-do your corner.
Square dance.
Correct. The theatrical dance form exemplified by Swan Lake.
Ballet.
Correct. A Hawaiian dance in which the hands are used to tell a story.
What's that called? Pass.
A ballroom... Oh, that's your end of your 30 seconds.
Hula, duh.
Yes, but too late on that, unfortunately. All right, Booker T, you now get your chance. Your categories are forts, law, and a third category of Pompeii.
Give me law. Like law. We'll take law.
Law. Law it is. Okay.
Do you want to count or Abercrombie?
Number 1. What is often declared by a debtor who is judged to be insolvent and chooses to have
Bankruptcy.
That is correct. A violation of or failure to perform any or all the terms of an agreement is known as a breach of.
Contract.
Correct. One who is legally assigned the care of an infant or minor is called what?
Guardian.
Guardian is correct. The statements given under oath by a competent witness in a court of law are collectively known as what?
Testimony.
Correct. A convict can be released from part of his sentence under certain conditions. People so released are said to be on what?
Probation.
Incorrect.
Okay.
What 3 words legally describe the person or persons most nearly related by blood to a deceased
Next of
person?
kin.
Next of kin.
Correct. The extortion of money by means of intimidation, such as threats to a person's reputation.
Racketeering.
Incorrect. A probate court deals with proving the validity of what kind of legal instrument?
Wills.
Correct. A person who contracts a second marriage who has never been dissolved of his first marriage has committed what crime?
Polygamy.
No, time is up. That would be bigamy.
Bigamy, yeah, the other one.
Okay. Score stands after the whirlwind round. Booker T has 190 points and Union with 180 points. Still anyone's game. Back to speed questions to finish up the match. Are you ready? Are you ready? Good, because I want answers. Here we go. He is regarded as the founder of the Dutch school of genre painting. His subjects of feasting and carousal are treated with marvelous vivacity and spirits. His masterpiece is The Laughing Cavalier. Identify the artist. Yes, Booker T.
Von Eyck.
Incorrect. Union.
Rubens.
Incorrect. Franz Hals. Identify the author of this 20th century American novel, The Great Gatsby. Yes, Union.
F. Scott Fitzgerald.
Correct. The Texas state flag is noted for its lone star. Which state flag features a bear? Booker T.
California.
Correct. The Roman numeral DCCXLIX represents what number? Yes, Booker T.
744.
That is incorrect. Union. Yes.
749.
That is correct. Yes. Tell me exactly what is wrong with this sentence. Among spiders, the one that lives in a bubble underwater is the most unique. Yes, Booker T.
The one that lives underwater is not actually a spider.
That is incorrect. Union. Yes.
Change among to amongst.
Incorrect. The most should be omitted because there is no degree of uniqueness. All right, moving on. Plato, Pliny, and other ancient writers made mention of a mythical island in the west which is said to have sunk beneath the waters of the ocean. Yes, Booker T.
Atlantis.
That is correct. When this poet was 16, it was believed that he had contracted tuberculosis and did not have long to live. Yes, Booker T.
Poe.
Incorrect. I will finish. It was then that he wrote this poem describing death from that point of view. Name the poem and the poets. Yes, Union.
Raven by Edgar Allan Poe.
Incorrect. Thanatopsis by William Cullen Bryant. And actually, he lived another 68 years. Back to speed. What is meant by the term Pyrrhic victory? It would be a victory won at any excessive cost. Identify the author of this 20th century American novel, Light in August. Yes, Booker T.
Faulkner.
That is correct. Math question. Using the formula S equals 16t squared, how far in feet will an object fall in 8 seconds? Yes, Booker T.
1,024 feet.
That is correct. This Greek writer of the 5th century BC is considered to be the first historian to relate history in an objective manner. Yes, Union.
Herodotus.
That is incorrect. Booker T.
Was that the end of the
I'm sorry.
question? Okay.
His history of the Peloponnesian War tells of the rivalry between Athens and Sparta. What's his name?
Plutarch.
That is incorrect. Thucydides. Okay. Cat guts, a substance used in making tennis racket strings, does not come from cats at all. From what animal does cat gut usually come? Yes, Booker T.
Sheep.
That is correct. And that does end our competition. Final score stands at 240 points for Booker T. Washington and the Union Redskins with 200 points. Well played, both Redskins and Hornets. Well, the Booker T. Washington Hornets will advance to be playing the Locust Grove Pirates. The Locust Grove Pirates automatically advance due to a forfeit. Coming up next week, we will see the Adair Warriors and the Will Rogers High Ropers. Come back and see who has the answers here on I Want Answers. If you missed last week's competition, you can view it by visiting our website, rsupublictv.org, and look for I Want Answers. And if you're a big fan, look us up on Facebook by searching for I Want Answers. Well, that's all for tonight. I'm your host, Jeff Gaffin. If you knew some of the answers, thank a teacher. If you know freedom, thank a soldier. Have a good night.